It's day 16 out of 30, getting my 5-year-old son ready for a junior team tennis Orange Ball Tennis League. We had an indoor court scheduled at Cary Tennis Park, but the facility decided to shut down because of snow. Unfortunately, there would be no tennis today. But I decided to teach my son the scoring and help him make sure he understands the lines and where the ball can and can't land. So that's what we did today. Take a look. I will make here the tennis court, okay? It's a big box like this.
Dad?
In the middle of the court, there's a net. This is the net. Okay? There's the singles court, and then there's a little extra space over here called the doubles alley.
I know.
That's only for 2 against 2, not 1 against 1. Okay?
I already know that area.
Now,
the doubles alley.
right next to the net is 2 service boxes. That's where you like to stand and hit from, is the service line right there. There's one on each side of the net. So we've got our net and our service boxes. Then the far line is called the baseline. Okay? So let's go over the lines really quick. Baseline's the far line. Service boxes. Do you know what this line's called right here? Service line. And that's the...
line.
Well, this is the net, and then this is the other service line. And this area is called what?
The doubles alley.
Okay, and the doubles alley is made up of 2 lines. The one on the outside is called the doubles line.
I know.
And the inside one's called the singles line.
Coach told me this.
Okay, good. I'm glad you remembered it. Okay, now, when we start the match, you're going to spin the racket to see who serves first, okay? On the bottom of the racket, it's going to have a symbol. And I'll have to get a racket and show you what I'm talking about. But one person spins the racket, and the other person's going to call what they think it's going to show when it lands on the ground. Now, if you call it correctly, you get to choose if you want to serve first or receive, which means the other person serves first. And if you pick serve or receive, the other person gets to pick which side of the court he stands on, okay? Or you could choose, if you win the spin, which side to stand on. And then what do you think the other person gets to pick?
They go on the sausage box.
They get to pick if they serve or receive, if the first person chooses the side. So you have 2 choices when you win the spin. You can choose who serves or which side you stand on. What are the 2 choices?
Which side?
Or?
Spin the ball.
Or who serves. It's who serves or which side. Got it?
Yeah.
Okay, now we're going to learn scoring. In tennis, you have to win 6 games. Okay, this is a standard set. Alright? Alright, so in order to win a game, you have to win 4 points. Okay?
Okay.
When you start the game, the server, who I'll make an X here, is going to start on the right side. That's the same hand you hold the racket with, the right. So you're on the right of this line. The returner is also on his right. Since they're facing each other, their rights are on different sides, okay? So for example, Clay, if you're looking at me, this is your right, this is my right. Since we're facing each other, your right is on the other side as my right. But it's both of our rights, okay? Yeah. If I was facing the same way as you,
that's your west.
This is my right.
Oh.
If I was facing the same direction as you, then our rights would be on the same side. But since we're facing each other, our rights are on different sides. Now, the server here has to serve the ball cross court or diagonal into the service box to the returner.
Cross court or diagonal?
Yeah, cross court means like diagonal, like to the opposite side. It's going across the court, okay? Now, if he wins the point, he gets 1 point. And how many did I say he had to win?
4.
4. Now, it's not called 1-0, okay? This is where tennis gets confusing. Instead of saying 0, you actually say love. Love means 0.
Oh.
Okay? Instead of saying 1, you say 15.
Oh.
Instead of saying 2, you say 30. Instead of saying 3, you say 40. And when you get to 40, if you win one more point, you win the game. I'm not going to deal with deuce scoring right now because you won't be dealing with that. So for all intents and purposes, get to 40, win the point, you win the game, okay? So every time you play a point, you're going to switch sides of the court, okay? Let me erase this here. So let's say we played the first point and X wins the point, okay? Where do you think X has to serve from on his next try?
The stars line?
No, he'll have to be behind the baseline still, but what side of the court do you think? He was here before.
West!
Now he's on the left. Good.
Now the other person's on the right.
That's right. So the other person is actually on his left, which is our right. It's both of their left. Remember how I talked about if two people are facing each other, their lefts are on different sides, okay? So they're both on their own left. Got it?
Where's the X?
The X is right here. Now, the score, if he was to call out the score, since he won the first point, he is always going to call the score before he serves.
But he's out.
Yeah, he's behind the baseline. That's okay. The ball can't land behind the baseline, but he can stand behind the baseline. Now, listen.
Well, can you hit the balls from behind the baseline?
Yes, but the ball, when it hits the ground, has to be inside the baseline or on it. But it can't go behind it.
Yeah, remember how it's hitting into this alley?
The doubles alley, yes.
Oh.
That's okay.
I didn't expect my finger to waste this.
That's okay. That's the doubles alley. Now, all right, here's the deal. X calls his score first. So, if he won the first point, what is his score? It's not 1. What is it? 15. And this guy hasn't won a point yet. So, what's his score? It's not 0. It's... Do you remember the word?
No.
Love.
Oh.
So the server says 15 love, and then he hits the ball. Okay? Let's say he misses the serve. He gets 2 tries each time.
Oh.
Now, before he hits the next ball, he's not going to say 15 love again. Do you know what he's going to say?
He's going to say spotty.
Second serve. That's a good guess. Second serve. So when he hits the next ball, he'll say second serve, okay? So, he hits it, let's say he misses it. You know what happens when you miss 2 serves?
Out.
It goes out, and then what's the result?
Out.
Did he win the point?
No.
He lost the point. So now we go to the...
Wait, you lose the point?
If you miss 2 serves in a row, you lose the point. So, we were on the left side. Now, it's a new point. Where do we go now?
Back here?
To the... right side. So, each player has one point. Okay, X is going to serve. What does he call out for the score?
What does that use on mine?
You can have it. I think it's yours. What's the score? They've each won 1 point. What does he say?
15.
15. What else?
40.
No, they each won 1 point. So it's 15 to... They each have 1. So it's 15, and he also has...
15.
Okay, so you could say 15-15. Most people would say 15 all. All is indicating everyone has that score. So there's 2 correct ways to say it. One would be uncommon, and it would be 15-15. You can say that, but pretty much everyone would just say 15 all, okay? So, it's 15 all. Let's say the server hits it, then the O side here hits it into the net. Who gets the point?
X or O?
Which one? He serves it, he hits it, it goes in the net. Who won that point?
X.
X. Excellent. Now, it's a new point. What side do we go to now? We were on the right side. Now where do we go? Left. Excellent.
Why didn't you just diagonal swing right here?
That was just from part that didn't erase earlier. It's fine. You can leave it. Okay. We're back on the left side. Okay. And O is over here on his left. Now, X has won how many points now? Do you remember?
I think 15.
He was at 15, but he won the last one also. Now what's he at?
Spotty.
30, yes. And the other guy has won how many points?
15 still.
Yeah. So he calls the score as what?
15 was?
No. He was at how many? You just said it a second ago.
Spotty.
30.
Spotty was?
It's not love. It's 30.
Oh, I see.
Not 11.
Spotty, just needs
Yes, 30-15. Let's say we play the point. X misses the serve because it lands in the doubles alley. Ball goes here. Is that in or out?
In the doubles alley.
Doubles alley, in or out?
In.
Why do you think that's in? Because it's on the court?
Yeah.
Okay, remember, 2 things. The doubles alley is only in when how many people are playing?
2.
2 on each side, okay? Now, for a serve, the ball cannot land in the doubles alley. Even in doubles, it's still out, okay?
What?
So if the serve lands in the doubles alley, is it in or out?
Out.
Correct. Now it's second serve. Let's say he hits it into the net. Who wins that point?
Let's say it hits no.
Okay, you want to pretend he makes the serve?
Yeah.
Okay, he makes the serve. Then what does O do with it? Does O make it back?
Yeah.
Okay, and then does X miss it into the net?
Yeah.
Okay, so who won the point?
Of course, O.
Okay, O won the point. The score was 30-15. Now we switch sides. O won the point. No. X was at 30. O was at 15.
So
X lost the point. O won the point. What's the new score?
Spotty again.
30 to what?
I think
He has
Spotty.
30 still. Yes, 30-30. Or how else could we say that?
Spotty.
30-30 or what's the other shortcut I told
Spotty
you?
was.
All. Not love. He's not at love. He's won 2 points.
Well, you normally say was in weight tennis.
Yeah, love means 0. He's at 2, so it's 30 all. Okay? Understand?
Yeah.
Okay, now, let's say, what do you want to happen on this point? You can pick the scenario. X is serving. Does he make the serve? You don't have to draw it. Just say what happens.
He makes it into the size line.
Right on the line?
Yeah.
So that's in. So what does O do? Does O get it back or does O miss?
O hits it back.
Okay, where is it going to land?
It lands to X.
Right where he's standing?
Yeah.
Does it hit him or does it land on the ground?
It hits him.
Okay, X got hit by the ball.
Yeah, but still hits it over the net.
Did it hit his body before he hit it?
Yeah.
Guess what? If O hits the ball and it hits X in the body before it hits his racket, O gets the point.
Oh.
So if you smack a ball and it hits someone, it's your point. Even if the ball bounces off of his big old belly and then he hits it back?
Yeah, that's what happens to my belly.
Yeah. So, oops. So O gets that point because he hit X with the ball. So if you remember, before the serve, the score was 30 all. Okay,
Yeah.
come back here. We're almost done. Stay focused. It was 30 all. X switches sides. O won the last point. But
Yes.
before it was 30 all. What's the score now? What does X say?
40.
Okay,
40.
what?
Oh.
Not 40 all. Only one of them got a point. Who got the last point? Do you remember?
Oh.
Okay, so X is still at 30. And the server always says his score first.
Yeah.
So 32. What's the score? 32. 40. And you don't have to say 2. He'll just say 30-40. But I was trying to get you to answer. So 30-40. That's how X says it. Okay, you're going to pick the scenario for this point again. X hits the serve. Does it make it into the service box?
It makes it right here.
That's out. Now he has to take a second serve. So what does X say before he hits this serve?
How is it out?
This is the service box. The serve has to land in this area. The next shot after can land anywhere, not the serve. Okay, so now don't worry, he gets a second try. Okay, so what does he say before he serves it?
Second sauce.
Perfect. Where does his serve land? You pick.
It always lands here.
That's out. Didn't make it in the service box. So guess what?
No, it did not.
X missed 2 serves in a row. Who gets the point?
Those.
Oh, so it was 30-40. Now O wins the game because he had 40 and he got another point. So that's how that works.
So you do that again?
Yeah, let's do it again.
I'll make the board this time.
Okay.
I'll race it and make it.
How do you say 0 in tennis?
Was.
How do you say 1?
15.
How do you say 2?
Spotty.
How do you say 3?
40.
If you won 2 points and I won 2 points, how do you call the score?
Spotty.
If you won 1 point and I won 1 point, how do you call the score?
15.
If you won 3 points and I won 1 point, how do you call the score?
Dave 6 3 points.
3 for you, 1 for me.
Oh, 40's 15.
Good job.